starts now.
Good evening. As we begin tonight, there's an urgent search for this man, an Uber driver who sheriff's deputies say sexually assaulted a female passenger. Thanks for joining us tonight. For 12 News at 10, I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Katie Devine. The sheriff's office says the suspect fled before deputies arrived. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono is live outside of MCSO headquarters. And Bianca, officials say that there could be more victims.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's right. MCSO officials say this Uber driver may have been bragging about his encounters with his female passengers, leading them to believe there are more victims out there. It was early in the morning on October 12th. Maricopa County Sheriff's officials say a 21-year-old woman had been out with her friends and called an Uber to take her home. The driver who picked her up was 33-year-old Limolinu Bain. She was intoxicated and has a limited memory of what happened. But police say when Bain pulled up to the woman's home in the North Valley, her parents noticed she wasn't coming inside. And when they walked out, they say they witnessed Bain sexually assaulting her. They confronted him, but he fled from the scene as they called 911.
We're calling him a suspect because we need to interview him. He's currently outstanding.
MCSO has been searching for Bain ever since. They say he moved to Arizona from California about 6 months ago.
He's 33 years old, and he is a rideshare driver, and he works for the company Uber. Uber's been very cooperative.
In a statement, an Uber spokesperson tells 12 News, "We are appalled by what's been reported. This behavior has no place in our society or on the Uber platform, and we banned the driver as soon as it was reported to us. We have a dedicated team that has been assisting law enforcement with their investigation. MCSO is concerned there are more victims."
Finishing rides, and then all of a sudden he would, brag about what happened during that ride.
12 News has learned Bain is involved in the music scene and goes by the stage name of Only You. Investigators say Bain has driven around 1,000 rides for Uber in areas all across the valley, asking anyone who knows Bain's current location or who may have been a victim too to come forward.
We need the public's help. Victims or people who have contact with this person may have little to no recollection of what happened. But if they call in and just give us information on their ride, when it happened, when it occurred, we can add this to our case.
Now, one thing you could do to protect yourself when using Uber, you can add a trusted contact to the app. That means they'll get real-time status updates about your ride. Now, one question that I asked Uber that still has not been answered tonight: how did this person pass the company's background check? I'm told it's not extensive, but he does have a criminal record out of California. We're live in Phoenix tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. Phoenix police have arrested a man they say shot and killed a woman at an apartment complex yesterday. Officers say 58-year-old Salvador Najera killed 63-year-old Michelle Semenyuk near 43rd Avenue in Thomas. According to police, a witness spotted him leaving the apartment after the shooting. He also called a family member to tell them that he had just shot someone before he fled. Tonight, police say he's admitted to the shooting. He's been booked on multiple felonies, including murder.
A man has been arrested after he allegedly attacked a store clerk in Dewey, Arizona. That's about 30 minutes east of Prescott. The whole incident was caught on camera. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office tell us that Daniel Bentler tried to buy a product without enough money. When the clerk refused to sell the product, Bentler allegedly reached over the counter and grabbed the clerk by their hair. He then took the product and then ran out. Deputies were able to track him down later. He is now facing robbery, aggravated assault, and burglary charges. Well, the clock is ticking towards a lapse in critical federal funding for hundreds of thousands of Arizona families.
On Saturday, food assistance funding, or SNAP, will run out and the government shutdown, leaving many without means to buy groceries, is in full effect. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is here with what this means for the 900,000 Arizonans who rely on these benefits to put food on the table. Gabby?
Well, Mark Rebe, anyone who currently receives funding from the SNAP program will be unable to collect November benefits until federal funding is released. Food banks are gearing up for what they're expecting to be a dramatic increase in visits. As I learned today, some community members are trying to help too.
Candy or a snack? Go ahead.
This Halloween isn't about candy for Lindsay Black.
All by myself. I just noticed that a lot of people needed some food this year, and I can provide.
She plans on handing out more than $200 worth of food to trick-or-treaters on Friday night.
Having those pantry staples for those need-to-know times is the easiest way.
It's something she had been planning on doing to help families with the cost of inflation, but then she learned many won't be getting the federal benefits they rely on.
This means I need to help out extra. This is the time to do it.
Come November 1st, SNAP funding, commonly known as food stamps, will freeze amid the government shutdown. The program helps about 1 in 8 Americans and nearly 1 million Arizonans buy groceries every month. Some governors have pledged to use state funds to cover the federal shortfall, but most states, including Arizona, don't have a contingency plan.
I'm not sure what resources they're coming up with. We don't have those resources.
Today, Republican Representative Walt Blackman called on Governor Katie Hobbs to declare a state of emergency and release state funds, saying in part, quote, families in Navajo County, Gila County, and across rural Arizona are already struggling. If Washington won't act, Arizona must be ready. Last Friday, Hobbs said she doesn't have any spare funds to give, instead counting on nonprofits to help fill the gap.
Arizona doesn't have the capacity to backfill this. We've been very clear about that.
Nonprofits are asking for help as they prepare for longer lines. The Arizona Food Bank Network Executive Vice President Terry Shoemaker says, quote, serving this many people through the Emergency Food Network is truly unimaginable. We've never seen it before.
Candy. Go ahead.
Black is just one person trying to help.
My own family has been affected by the government shutdown before. I decided that I can be a part of this village this year. I'm very fortunate enough to be a part of this village this year.
She hopes she can help provide at least one meal to a family who needs it.
I just hope that their hearts and their stomachs are full, that they can think about at least for one night they have something to eat if they don't have anything at all.
And the food banks are asking for all the help they can get right now, whether that's through financial donations or volunteer time. Meanwhile, several local businesses and organizations are stepping up to provide free meals to people in need. We have a list of those places posted right now on our website, 12news.com. Back to you guys.
Gabby, thanks.